Is Ellen Wynn. I am an independent broker working out in the field just like you guys do. I've been with DAC since June of 2018, so I'm coming up on my 8-year anniversary here. And I've seen tremendous growth and improvements over the time that I've been here. And in my opinion, DAC just keeps getting better and better. So glad you're here. This huddle is an opportunity for us to get together, see other people coming in from other parts of the country, and we're going to share some ideas, or I'm going to share some ideas with you as your quarterback today. We're going to talk for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then we'll pass it back, and we'll have our CEO and founder David Rutz on today, since this is our broker update. But today's huddle title, let me get into that. Excuse me, real quick, is long-term vision. Before I get into all of that, real quick, if you don't have pen and paper, you want to grab something to write on so you can take some notes. I'm going to give you a funding story, and then I'll get into my content for today. So today's funding story is a broker, Prakash Kunjir. Congratulations, Prakash. He has brought a sports recreation team, soccer organization out in Texas to the table. This business operates, in a traditionally high risk industry, one that often faces tighter underwriting standards and limited access to capital. Despite those challenges, the company has demonstrated consistent, reliable revenue, averaging approximately 40,000 per month, which speaks to the strength and stability of its operations in this demanding space. The client is seeking funding to invest in new equipment and uniforms. These are essential upgrades that will support their continued growth and operational efficiency in an industry that typically runs on very thin profit margins. While their credit profile is on the lower side, their steady revenue performance allowed our team over at Bank Breezy to structure a $45,000 flex rate offer for 9 months, complete with strong prepayment incentives, discounts, right? This solution provides the capital needed now while maintaining flexibility and cost savings opportunities as this business continues to grow. So again, congratulations to Prakash Kunjir for bringing this business to the table. Really going to be able to help them grow and expand with this much needed revenue. Okay, so for today's title, long-term vision. And I was thinking about every time we get to be a quarterback, we're really on our own on what that topic is, whether it's me, McGuire, David, Matt, or Nick. We're really in charge of our own conversation for the day. And I was really thinking long and hard about what I wanted to share with you guys today. And something spurred my idea as I was listening to the State of the Union address this week, with President Trump talking about the Trump accounts, which, if you don't know what that is, you can Google it. It's a fund for 25 million children across America. But what spurred my idea is Michael and Susan Dell are contributing 6.25 billion dollars into these accounts. They're generously offering this money into the Trump accounts. And when President Trump was acknowledging them in the crowd, he said that he had asked Michael how he had such a successful business. And Michael says, well, I just sat in my dorm room in school and I made computers and I would sell them. And that was one computer at a time, right? He was making one computer, selling it, making another computer and selling it until it became the multi-billion dollar organization that it is today. Well, this started back in 1984 when he was 19 years old sitting in his dorm room. So the point of this is the long-term vision, right? Think about that. When he was 19 in 1984, he just started out with one simple idea. And every business starts small. Every business starts small with a great idea from the business founder. That idea typically evolves and continues to evolve over time as the organization or the company grows and expands, right? And that's what I've witnessed here with DAC. DAC is a way different company today than it was 8 years ago when I first saw it. Yes, we were in the funding space doing business funding when I first got started, but DAC has evolved into the partnerships that we have, the systems that we have, all of the support mechanisms that we have. There's been a huge evolution in the growth and capabilities of DAC and the Bank Breezy platform. So I want you to think today, what is your vision here with DAC? What is it that caught your attention? Is it just because you want to help business owners get funding, which is great that you want to do that and you see that funding is an avenue for you to achieve your financial dream. But most people get started in this business because they have an outcome that they want to achieve. And that outcome usually is financially incentivized, right? Whether that financial incentive is for you and how your family's future looks, or whether it's for you to be able to give back to your community, being very generous and donating your income to others and helping as the Dell family has. But DAC has pre-built the perfect vehicle for many of us. And I say the perfect vehicle for many, I look at it like this. You guys, if you've heard my story before, you know that I was a restaurant owner and in the restaurant space for many, many years. And I can tell you hands down that owning an agency here with DAC is so much easier and so much better than owning a traditional business. Because I'm really out here just a lead generator. I'm out here talking to people and finding folks that need what DAC has to offer, right, in the funding space, and making connections, building relationships so that I have a referral network of folks who know, like, and trust me as an individual. And I've got other people with their ears open for people that need funding, those small business owners, right? So DAC is the vehicle that I have chosen, one, because it makes sense to me. We're not another Me Too product, meaning we're not a product that someone has developed and you can go buy it cheaper, as David says, at Costco or Sam's Club or at Amazon. We're unique in the model that we have, but DAC has put together all of the support systems for us. So all you really have to do is commit to the process and plug in to what we teach, and then never quit. As I always say, stick and stay, commit to the process every day. Okay. So I want you to think about what it is that your final outcome is. So the prompt for the day is to do a deep dive on what your future would look like if you were making the money that you set your eyes on when you first saw the business model and you saw the compensation plan. What was that number? What did it look like? And an easy way for you to figure out what that number is for you to go through the game plan document. That's available in our resource center. If you haven't already completed it, do it for the first time. We say get with your upline leader, but that document is really very laid out, so you can sit and go through that on your own. If you want to bring your upline leader into that, yes, absolutely do that. But I say that you can go through it on your own because many of you don't have an engaged enroller. And I want you to know that you don't have to have an enroller go through that with you. That document is laid out where you put in how much you want to make every month, and it gives you the steps and the number of conversations that you need to have. It goes through explaining how you can grow your income through your team. But I really want you to do that deep dive today and figure out what your future would look like. I can tell you, as everything grows, from whether you're trying to walk a mile, it's one step at a time, right? Whether you're trying to climb a mountain, it's one step at a time. Everything small starts in small phases and small steps, but those steps, one at a time, accumulate until you can get to an unimaginable place with your DAC business.